Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're talking all about my entire skincare routine. This video has been a long time coming. I put it off for so long because I wanted to test new stuff from The Ordinary, and so I am very pleased to announce that a lot of the stuff I'm about to talk about are from The Ordinary, which is a great, super inexpensive skincare brand. So as with my other skincare routine videos, I'm not wearing any face makeup. I'm just wearing lipstick, brow gel, and some mascara. I want you guys to really see what my skin looks like without any concealer, anything, nothing. I do have like a touch of concealer under my eyes, but I think it's gone by now. So to start my video, I'm just gonna introduce you to my skin type. I have pretty dry skin. It tends to be dry to normal. I don't get very bad acne. I get, you know, hormonal breakouts here and there or stress-related breakouts, but I generally am not super acne prone. I am very prone to texture, however. My cheekbones love to get texture, and so texture is a really big thing that I kind of struggle with. And then also hyperpigmentation. Whenever I get acne, I do tend to get dark spots that are left over after the acne is, you know, run its course. And so hyperpigmentation is something I try to combat, and also just like general evenness of my skin. Like the bottom half of my face tans much more than the top half of my face, and so I use a lot of skin lightening products to try to counteract that and make my face one even color. I also want to make the distinction that there's a difference between skin brightening and skin lightening. Skin brightening generally tends to be products like acids that resurface your skin, whereas skin lightening products are products like vitamin C or arbutin that actually suppress melanin output in your skin cells. So I know skin lightening sounds really gross, but it's just technically that's what it is. It's skin lightening products. I absolutely don't support skin bleaching or any of the likes. And I also wanted to mention that every single product that I'm about to talk about, I will link in the info box, along with a link to where you can actually shop it so that you're not trying to scramble online looking for the product. So we're just gonna start talking about skincare. So I'll do my morning skincare routine and then my nighttime skincare routine. So starting with the morning skincare routine, the first thing that I do every single morning is cleanse my face. And I am a huge believer in cleansing twice a day. Some people think that you don't need to cleanse in the morning, but personally I think you need to cleanse in the morning because at night you're touching your face is touching your pillow, you're touching your pajamas, your skincare products are being rubbed around. Like there are a lot of things that go on, and also your skin produces oil during the nighttime, and so a lot of times that oil can kind of accumulate on your skin and cause breakouts. So I personally very heavily believe in cleansing in the morning, and so my absolute favorite morning cleanser right now is the Alkmene Tea Tree Cleanser. I've talked about this so many times, but honestly it is so good, and it's so inexpensive. It's under $10 when I use my code SEKAIA10 on Sorel Care at Amazon. It's bomb. It's so good. It has great pump packaging, which you know I'm a fan of. I really can't stand products that don't have stable packaging, because I actually recently made an Instagram post about this, and I'll link it in the info box so you can go read it. But basically your skincare products are only as good as the packaging, and so if your skincare products are packaged poorly, your skincare products aren't going to do much for you, because ingredients do break down over time and also upon exposure to light and heat. So this is my morning cleanser. I absolutely love it. It's really gentle. It has a gentle surfactant, which is sodium lauryl sulfate. I also recently did a video all about surfactants, like what the ingredient is, common ones to look out for, and so again I'll leave the link for them in the info box. I'm going to try to make this video not as chemistry informational, because I've done videos like that in the past, and so whenever it's relevant I'll tell you what video to look for, and I'll link in the info box so you can go find that video and further your chemistry skincare education. So yeah, anyway, favorite cleanser. I cleanse every morning. I just use 2 pumps of this all over my face and my neck, and I just cleanse away with warm water. I don't recommend using super hot water because that's pretty drying for your skin. Warm water is the way to go. After that, if my skin is feeling pretty dry, I do use my Ordinary Hyaluronic 2% plus B5 serum. It's just it's very nondescript looking actually. It's just a clear kind of goopy serum, but it's really nice. It definitely does, I think it noticeably changes the way my skin looks. It definitely does hydrate my skin because it's pulling the moisture from the air. The climate where I live is pretty hot and humid all year round. Even right now it's 75 degrees outside and it's pretty humid, so I'm very comfortable using a hyaluronic acid serum because it won't draw moisture out of my skin. Instead it's going to draw moisture out of the air. And so again, I did a video all about glycerin. So glycerin and hyaluronic acid are both humectants. It's a type of skincare ingredient, and so if you want to learn more about how humectants work, I'll leave that video in the info box. So I use about maybe like half a squirt of this. It comes in dropper packaging. I am not crazy about this clear packaging. I really don't like it because light does really degrade skincare ingredients, and so to counteract that, I store all my skincare in this little cabinet right here. These are usually pushed further back, but I kind of pulled it forward for the sake of the video. It's usually in here, and I push it all the way back so that it's not ever in contact with sunlight. It comes in a dropper packaging like this, and I just use like that much probably. And then the last step of my morning skincare routine is, of course, SPF. 3 SPF products that I've been rotating through depending on what the weather is doing and how my skin is feeling are these 3, and so I'll start with the one I use most often. This is the Josie Maran SPF 47. I use this one the most because it's the most hydrating. It's what I have on my skin right now, and so it does give you kind of like that dewy reflectiveness on your skin. If you have oily skin, you're going to hate this and think that makes you look like an oil slick, but if you have dry or normal skin and you're really looking for extra hydration, this one is really, really, really good. I've been using it for years. I've gone through so many bottles of these, and I'll continue to repurchase it because it does have titanium dioxide and zinc oxide, and because it's a high SPF 47, I feel like I've never burned using this. Like, I do kind of burn sometimes on my cheeks. They'll get pink and really inflamed, but I've never ever burned while wearing this. And this is actually the sunscreen I take with me on vacation when I go somewhere really hot and tropical, like by the equator, where like the sun's rays are much, much more potent than where I live. This is definitely the one that I take, and I still never ever have burned using this. So this is always a really good one. However, if the weather is like super, super hot and I care about looking too dewy, because when I go on vacation, let's be real, like I really don't care about how dewy I look. But if, like, for example, over the summer during my internship, I was working in Houston, which was really, really humid, and I felt a little uncomfortable showing up to work like super shiny, and so instead I used a matte sunscreen. This is a moisturizer from Paula's Choice. This is called the Resist Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense Broad Spectrum SPF 30, and again, it has zinc oxide, which is a physical sunblock. I am allergic to chemical sunscreens, and so I can't wear them on my face. They make me get this like awful sunburn slash rash. It's really, really awful. It took me a while to figure it out, and then I realized, oh, I'm not burning because of the sun, I'm burning because of my sunscreen. But yeah, ever since then, I only ever use sunscreens that have physical sunblocks in them, aka titanium dioxide or zinc oxide. These formulations can be a little bit tricky to work with because they do tend to leave a white cast, and as a woman of color, I really don't like looking like Casper the Ghost when I walk out of my house, but this never gives me a white cast, and this generally doesn't make me look very ashy. It is a little bit tinted. I will give you a little swatch. It's kind of tinted, but in my humble opinion, on my skin tone, it does blend out really, really nicely, and it doesn't make me look super ashy. I'll just rub it in, and you can see like there's a little something, but when it dries down completely, it's basically invisible, and it has a really beautiful matte finish. This definitely will make you matte, and it actually is for normal oil and combination skin, and so if you have oily skin, this is a really, really good one. I'm not super confident that this would work on very dark skin tones because, again, it's tinted. It claims it's the universal tinted sunscreen, but I really don't think so. And the last sunscreen that I actually completely used up, womp womp. This is the Pharmacy Green Screen. This is SPF 30 as well. It has titanium dioxide and zinc oxide, so again, physical sunblocks. And this one is also really, really good. It is like kind of the perfect marriage between these two in terms of finish. Like, this one's ultra dewy, this one's ultra matte, and this one was somewhere in between. It has like a nice satin finish, and so I finished this bottle this semester during my fall semester, and I really, really liked it. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it again, only because we're entering the winter months, and so it's gonna be a little bit colder. It's not gonna get cold. I've kind of given up on the hope that it's ever gonna get cold and wintry around here, but that makes it easier on me because I only have to rely on stuff I already use. I really do love this sunscreen. It's a little bit pricey, but for what it does, it is phenomenal. It doesn't irritate my skin at all. I don't think it has any extra fragrance in it. And actually, it's so good that I did buy it for my mom, and my mom hates wearing sunscreen. This is a great sunscreen if you hate wearing sunscreen, because it doesn't give you a white cast, and you also can't really feel it on your skin. A lot of sunscreens can be a little bit greasy and very heavy on the skin, but this one truly is very lightweight, and you don't feel on the skin. So I bought it for my mom, and fingers crossed she uses it. I always buy my mom so many sunscreens and she never uses them. So that was my entire morning skincare routine. After that point, I go about my day. If I come back home and I have to go out more again in the middle of the day, I'll just reapply some sunscreen. I generally don't wear face makeup during the day. Like I don't wear foundation during the day. I don't wear blush, contour, whatever during the day. I will wear cream highlight sometimes. For reapplying sunscreen on top, it's really not that big of a deal, but I do reapply my sunscreen. I'll just kind of pat it on wherever I need it and rub and whatever. But sunscreen is definitely something you have to reapply, and I wish there was a better way to reapply sunscreen, or even wear sunscreen if you're wearing makeup, but unfortunately I just don't have a good answer for you. And now we have made it to my nighttime skincare routine. And so my nighttime skincare routine is pretty complicated, I'm not gonna lie. I definitely pick and choose the products that I use on my face depending on what my skin needs, and so I really can't tell you like a strict regimented routine that I have, because I just don't have a regimented routine. But I will kind of walk you through like a typical week, like Sunday through Saturday, what my skincare routine looks like at night. Definitely without fail, every single night, if I'm wearing makeup, like for example the makeup I have on right now, just lipstick, eyebrow gel, and mascara, I have to take off my makeup before I go into the shower. I shower at night, and so all the cleansing that happens at night in the shower. But before I get in the shower, the first thing that I do is I do take off my makeup, and I use my simple Micellar cleansing wipes. I freaking love these. These are the only makeup wipes that I've ever found that don't dry out my skin because they don't have denatured alcohol in it. These are really, really good, and I actually buy mine in a huge 3-pack on Amazon, and it's pretty inexpensive. And then if my mascara is kind of stubborn coming off, I do like to couple my makeup wipes with a makeup remover, and so the two that I kind of go between for really no other reason other than the fact that I just own both of them. One of them is a Too Cool for School Ziocosa lip and eye makeup remover, and then the other one is a Paula's Choice Gentle Touch makeup remover. I'm not sure, actually I just shook it so I can't show you, but I guess you can see with this one a little bit. It is a dual phase, which means that the top layer is incompatible with the bottom layer, and so you have a hydrophobic layer and a hydrophilic layer, which means that it's going to remove like any type of makeup or product you have on your face. And so you give these a good shake and you make an emulsion inside, and then that's when you can kind of put it on your makeup remover or any cotton pads that you have. I actually finished my Shiseido cotton pads, and so I've just been using my makeup wipes to take it off. I do prefer the Shiseido cotton pads, but it just slipped my mind to reorder them. I should reorder them. So yeah, I just take off all of my makeup using these products, and then it's time to get in the shower and cleanse. So in the shower, there are two cleansing things that happen. I have my face cleanser and I have my body cleanser. You can absolutely use your body cleanser on your face. Granted, it has good ingredients, but I just don't do that. So as for cleansing my face, I use either the Purity Cleanser or my Alkmene Cleanser. I talked about this already, so I'm gonna put it down for now. But the Purity Cleanser is something I've been using for years and years and years. I've gone through so many bottles of these, and I really like this cleanser. It's really good at removing makeup. If I wore like a lot of makeup at night, like I went out to dinner and I had on like full glam and I came back home and I wanted to take my makeup off, I don't just rely on like the makeup wipes. I also rely on my Purity Cleanser to remove a lot of the makeup, and it does a really good job without stripping my skin dry or irritating my skin at all. So I love this one. So after my face is cleansed, it's time to cleanse my body. And again, so many products to talk about, but just wanted to mention a few of my favorites that I've been using. So all these are from Sorel Care, and so my absolute favorite one, hands down, is the Alta Vendini Pure Shower Gel. I've been using, this is my third bottle, I think this is my third. I freaking love it. It smells so good. Oh my gosh, it smells like those like expensive body washes, but it's so inexpensive, and it comes with like a matching body cream. This is a different scent, but it comes with a matching body cream as well in the kit. So it's like a great value, and it doesn't have any harsh surfactants in it, so it's not going to strip your skin dry. And so a lot of people really don't pay attention to the ingredients of your shower gels, but it really, really does matter. And so all the shower gels I'm recommending right now are really, really gentle and great for all skin types. So this one is amazing because it just smells so good. It's like a spa experience. I always talk about how you should invest in your shower routine because it really is a great way of practicing self-care, to kind of like use your shower time as a time to like relax and unwind and take care of your body. And so I really like using kind of like aromatherapy type self-care things, like a really nice scented shower gel. Also just like the texture and the lather that it creates is really luxurious and nice, and so I love using this. But then if sweet scents aren't your thing Hydrating because the pure shower gel is a little bit more on the sweet side. It's like magnolia and cotton, so it's a little more sweet. If you don't like those, or if you like unscented things, the new Miss Med line is really good because they're pretty much unscented. The pH 5.5 Sensitive Shower Gel 2-in-1 Sport has a very slight kind of like fresh masculine smell, but it's not like super masculine. It definitely doesn't stick on your skin because I'm a very floral type of person. I love wearing florals, and so this isn't incompatible with my perfumes or anything. This is really good. Again, stable packaging. You don't have to like dig your hands in anything to get the product out. And then alternatively, this comes in a pump packaging, which I really like, and also looks really good sitting on your shower thing because it's so like streamlined and sleek. This is their same new Miss Med pH 5.5 sensitive face and body wash. Just a great unscented shower gel, and so just depending on my mood, if I'm feeling extra, I'll use the pure shower gel. If I really don't want to fuss with any scents or anything, I'll use the unscented ones. Really just I have a sea of choices, and so I like to just switch it up every now and then. So now effectively at this point in my nighttime skincare routine, my face is cleansed and my body is cleansed, and now it's time to get out of the shower. So once I get out of the shower and I dry off, I have two options. So about once or twice a week, I like to treat myself to a face mask, and there are a number of face masks that I could use. And so I'll start with the sheet masks. The first one, of course, is the Honey Firm and Glow It's Skin sheet mask. I have gone through so many of these. I like honestly at this point probably 20-30 of these. I buy mine from Urban Outfitters because they have like a 3 for $10 deal, and so I just stock up that way, and I just freaking love these. They are so hydrating. They smell like honey because it does have honey in it. It has honey extract and sodium hyaluronate, which are two really bomb ingredients. My skin loves honey. Honey has so many great antibacterial properties. It softens your skin, it smooths your skin, and so I love honey sheet masks. This is a really good one. I also really enjoy the Sephora honey sheet mask, but I haven't been able to find it online lately, and so I don't have any. So I really like this one. The other one that I really like is the Egg Cream Mask. I recently repurchased 5 of these from Sephora during the Sephora like VIB sale, and so I stocked up on these. I used one the other day, and I love these because they're so super saturated with the fluid that it's soaked in. I really like that because it's just ultra hydrating, and it drips. It just, oh my god, it feels so luxurious and so nice. And these are actually not as expensive as the other ones, but they feel really high end. So yeah, I really enjoy face masks. They just are a great way to kind of unwind and relax and do something nice for your skin. Do you have to do sheet masks? No, you don't. They're like, there's really no need to. I just like doing them. Something that I'm testing right now, which I want to mention because maybe you guys are interested in it, is this new brand that I found while I was in Minneapolis. I went to a farmer's market and I came across this like little local skincare brand, and everything that they do has raw honey in it, and so obviously I was very intrigued. This is the Worker Bee Honey face wash, and so they call it a face wash. When I was talking to the owner in Minneapolis, he said that a lot of people use it as a leave-on mask because it actually doesn't have any surfactants in it, and so there's no sort of like cleansing agent in it. Really all it is raw honey and then also some hydrating oils, and so I was really intrigued, and so I bought this. I'm not crazy about the packaging because it is jar packaging, which is not my favorite, but I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And it turns out I actually really do like it. It is pretty liquidy, which I'm sure is a result of the other oils in it, and I've tested this a few times and I tentatively really like it, but my skin does love honey. So I'll leave a link for this in the info box. You can go check out their other stuff. I haven't tried any of their other stuff. I'm still testing a few other things, so I can't give you any definitive results, but tentatively I really like this face mask. Then I do have one clay mask that I do like using, but only if my skin is really kind of out of whack oily, because like I said, my skin does tend to be more normal to dry, but sometimes it just freaks out and gets really oily and textured all of a sudden. I'm just like, what happened? But this usually keeps it in check. This is the Paula's Choice Skin Balancing Oil Absorbing Mask, and I like this one a lot because it doesn't have any harsh stripping ingredients in it. It's really just water, kaolin, bentonite, glycerin, and some other good stuff. And so it's a good clay mask to kind of mattify your skin and also reduce any texture. And so I like using this sparingly. It can be really drying if you have dry skin. So if you have dry skin, I would avoid this, but if you have oily skin, maybe give it a shot. Okay, I got really hot, so I took my jacket off. Okay, so anyway, we've done our masks now, and so at this point, I don't rinse anything off unless it's like the honey mask. For the honey mask, I do like to rinse my face to get the sticky residue off because I just have this horrible image of me sticking to my pillow at night. At this point in my routine, if I'm breaking out somewhere, I like to do my acne treatment before I proceed with the rest of my routine. And I have two products that I use. First one is a tea tree oil. This is from Alkmene. I don't think it's available for purchase yet. I'll find out. But this is a really bomb tea tree oil. It's just straight up tea tree oil. It doesn't have any other drying stuff like denatured alcohol. But since it's so concentrated, you have to dilute it. And so I just dilute it in my moisturizer and I just kind of like spot apply it wherever I need it. If I have a really stubborn breakout, then I bust out this guy. This is the Clearasil Ultra Rapid Action Vanishing Treatment Cream with 10% benzoyl peroxide. This stuff is so powerful and so drying, and so I really try not to use it unless it's like a really stubborn pimple that just will not go away. This stuff is really drying though, and so proceed with a lot of caution. I will only use this maybe 2 or 3 days in a row. After that point, I don't use it anymore because it really dries my skin out. So those are my acne treatments, and now we're gonna go through the days of the week, and I'm gonna talk you through kind of the products that I would, like the fun products that I would use for each of those days. So pretend it's Sunday, and on Sunday I do a BHA. A BHA is a beta hydroxy acid, and so there are two that I use, only because I'm still testing some stuff out. But the first one that I've been using for the longer amount of time is a Paula's Choice Skin Perfecting 2% BHA gel. It uses salicylic acid, and so BHAs are really good for actually getting inside your pores and cleaning out your pores. Pore strips don't work because ultimately they're just really superficial ways of getting rid of stuff inside your pores. If you really want to clean out your pores, you're gonna have to use a BHA multiple times a week. So this one has been a long time favorite of mine. It really does the job. They have a lotion, a gel, which is this one, and then also a liquid. The lotion is a much more gentler formulation. The gel is like kind of straddling the middle, and then the liquid is the most powerful formulation. Conversely, there's also the ordinary 2% salicylic solution, and so these more or less have identical active ingredients because they're both 2% salicylic acid, and from my experience, this operates the exact same way as this one does. It's just that this one is a fraction of the price. It's also a fraction of the size. So just depending on what your budget is and how often you want to repurchase stuff, these are two of my recommendations that have really worked for me. Then on the next day, it's Monday, and Monday is my vitamin C day. So for the longest time, I was using the Paula's Choice Resist C15 Vitamin C Super Booster, and this one is actually really good, but I cannot stand using this because it oxidizes so quickly. Like it's a combination of the packaging and the fact that it's exposed to the air and it's not in an opaque container, and then it just oxidizes. Like this is on its way to oxidizing. It is on its way, because see how it's turning yellow? And also it kind of smells. It's starting to oxidize, and so I'm not comfortable using this anymore because oxidized vitamin C can be a skin irritant, and so I want to keep loving this and keep using it because it is really powerful and I do see great results with this, but I just can't stand how quickly it oxidizes. So that's where this guy comes in. This is, I'm sorry, that was the wrong way. This is the Ordinary Vitamin C Suspension 23% and Hyaluronic Spheres 2%. This is a water-free, stable suspension. So the problem with vitamin C is that it oxidizes in the presence of water usually, and so I'm pretty sure this one is water-based, but this one is not, and so I have not seen this oxidize yet. A lot of people really don't like the texture of it because it does have kind of a gritty texture. It's not super noticeable, but it is noticeable if you pay attention to it, and so some people really can't stand that. I personally don't mind it, and I do find that it is effective. It's not as effective as this, and I wish it was, but it's not. This is definitely the much more effective one, but I just can't stand how fast this oxidizes. And this thing is expensive. It's like $50, and I was like, I'm getting like maybe 2 months of use out of it, and then it's oxidizing on me. The next day of the week is Tuesday, and Tuesday can kind of be my day to gauge how's my skin looking, what do I need, and so it's also my day to test new stuff. So the two things that I'm testing right now are also from the brand Worker Bee. I have the Dusk Serum and the Dawn Serum, and I can't comment yet because I'm still testing them out, but I just wanted to name drop it in case anyone else has tried it and they have something to tell me. Tuesday is really just my day to kind of assess how my skin is looking. For example, if I can tell that I'm starting to get blackheads or clogged pores, I'll use a BHA. If I'm noticing that I have a lot of texture on my cheeks or on my chin, I'll use an AHA. So it really is just me getting to pick and choose. And of course, like I said earlier in the video, like none of these products are set in stone. Like definitely throughout the week, I just kind of assess what my skin is looking like and how I'm feeling. That's why I pick the products. The kind of weekly breakdown I'm giving you right now is kind of like a look at a typical week for me. So anyway, that's Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, depending on my skin's needs, I'll use either a alpha hydroxy acid or a beta hydroxy acid. So like I mentioned before, the BHA is really more for targeting your pores and cleaning out your pores. The AHA does a little more like superficial work and actually works on the surface of your skin to resurface your skin. And so the one that I've just really been committed to is the Paula's Choice Resist Weekly Resurfacing Treatment 10% for all skin types. This is a glycolic acid AHA, and so this one has just really been working for me for a while now, and so I just continue to use it. I did buy an AHA from The Ordinary, and I haven't tried it yet because I just want to use this one up before I switch to a different one. Then on Thursday, it is back to skin lightening treatments. On Monday, I used the vitamin C, and so now on Thursday, I'm using arbutin instead. Arbutin is another type of skin lightening agent that's just as effective as vitamin C. I just like to use both of them to kind of keep things spicy. And so the two that I use are the Paula's Choice Resist Brightening Essence and the Ordinary Alpha Arbutin. This contains, I think it contains vitamin C, arbutin, and niacinamide, and so this does a little bit more than this one does, but this one is so much less expensive and is just as effective in my opinion. They kind of do the same thing. So really you can't go wrong either way. It's just that this one from the Ordinary is a lot less expensive, but this one does have more ingredients in it. So now on Friday, I use my alpha hydroxy acid again. On the previous day, I think it was a choice of either BHA or AHA depending on how I'm feeling, but I do the AHA on Fridays generally. I really like AHA acids. They really do a lot for my skin because it really helps cellular turnover because it's kind of exfoliating the dead skin cells and everything, and so glycolic acid is really compatible with my skin type, and I'm very eager to see if lactic acid will work as well because the one I have from the Ordinary is lactic acid. And then on Saturday, I do the vitamin C again, and to refresh your memory, the vitamin C is this one from the Ordinary. And so yeah, that's it as far as like the fun items go. Those are the items that I switch out every single day. So in general, I never do acids back to back, and I never combine acids. You'll see in my routine that I generally tend to focus on one single ingredient every day. That's just my style. It's how I am most comfortable doing my skincare routine. I do find sometimes that if I cocktail a lot of products together, I get skin irritation, and so I really like to just focus on one start ingredient at a time to do its work overnight. But of course, repetition is really key, and so I do repeat these products every single week so that I do get the results, because if you use like a vitamin C like once a week, like you're really not going to see that much. You have to use continued use. Oh, and then also if I'm doing like an acne treatment or something, I won't apply the acid to that area. Whatever spot treatment I've put on, I'll just kind of let it do its work. I don't feel comfortable combining like the 10% benzoyl peroxide spot treatment from Clearasil with the beta hydroxy acid, which is salicylic acid. I'm just not comfortable mixing acids on my face, so I generally try to avoid that. But those are really only the hard and fast rules that I have. They're just about acids, not mixing them and not doing them back to back, because it's a little bit too irritating for my skin. Something else really important I wanted to mention is that if you choose to adopt a similar skincare routine to mine where you use a lot of acids and skin lightening products, it is so crucial that you wear SPF religiously during the day, because all of these products, like skin lightening products and acids, cause photosensitivity in your skin. And so if you use these products and you don't use SPF during the day, you're going to see a lot of sun damage because your skin is much more susceptible to irritation by the sun. So those are like the fun products that I use throughout the week that I kind of switch up, but every single day I moisturize, and moisturizing comes after my fun product. And so the two moisturizers that I really like right now, I'll start with the more affordable one. This is the CVS Health Moisturizing Lotion. I found this at CVS and I was really intrigued because it says compared to CeraVe moisturizing lotion, and unfortunately CeraVe isn't BDS safe anymore, and so I was like, huh, like this looks really interesting. And also I love how big it is and how it has a pump, and so the ingredients on this are bomb, so good. Like, I would pay way more money than I did for this because it's just such high quality. It's so hydrating, but it's not too greasy and too heavy, and so if you have oily skin, I think you would like this because it's not super ultra rich hydrating, but it's hydrating enough for me with my kind of dry skin to get through. However, if my skin is feeling extra dry, I do like to use my Paula's Choice Skin Recovery Replenishing Moisturizer for normal, dry, and very dry skin. This is something that I've used for a long time, and I really do stand by it. The problem is just it's $29, and this is way less expensive and you get way more, and so I've been kind of going between them. I do think I prefer this one because it is a little richer and more emollient, but this one definitely does get the job done. It's just me being picky. There's a bee in my room. There's literally a bee in my apartment. So that was a fun little adventure. There was a bee in my apartment. Like, what? I live on like the top floor of an apartment complex. How does a bee end up here? Confused. Okay, so the last skincare product after I have cleansed, put on my fun product, done my moisturizer, is an oil. And right now my absolute favorite oil of all time is definitely the Ordinary Rosehip Seed Oil. This stuff is so good. I have gone through quite a lot of it, and it just has continued to not disappoint me. I keep checking my window because the bee is trapped there, and I'm gonna get rid of it as soon as I finish filming this video. And by get rid of it, I mean take it outside. I'm not gonna kill a bee in my own apartment, that's cruel. So anyway, I love using this oil. It's so lovely. It's hydrating and it's smooth and it doesn't smell gross. Like, some oils kind of smell gross. This one doesn't smell gross. Oh my gosh, it's just really nice. It makes my skin so plump and so hydrated and so nice looking in the morning. I love using this. I don't use this on the days that I use acid though, because again, it's just my style. The days that I'm focused on using like vitamin C or butane or like some sort of hydrating ingredient, I really like using this. I do have two of their other oils. I just haven't gotten a chance to try them yet because I want to finish using this one first. And then as an afterthought, it occurred to me that I do use this. This is the Paula's Choice Skin Recovery Hydrating Treatment Mask. It's called a mask, but it's like an overnight mask, and so I use this after my moisturizer, and so it just kind of gives like an extra layer of emollients on top of the moisturizer that I already have on, and so this one's really good. It's really thickly hydrating though, so if you have skin that's like prone to breakouts or texture because of overhydrating, wouldn't recommend this, but if you have really dry skin or you're looking for like extra hydration, this is a really nice one. So yeah, I put this on after my moisturizer. And then after I have completely done all of my face and all of my neck, I do bring all of my skincare down to my neck and kind of like this area, because this does have really thin, delicate skin, and so I do try to bring my skincare all the way down my neck. After this point, like, all of my skincare is done on my face and my neck, but now I have to do my body skincare, and so I just stick to a body moisturizer. My favorite one right now is the new Miss Med Protective Skincare Lotion. It's unscented. It's just really nice because it's kind of thin, which I appreciate because it's really easy to spread. Nice and easy to spread, and it's just like so hydrating. It doesn't really smell like much of anything, and so I like that a lot because sometimes I do wear perfume to bed. My other favorite is the matching body lotion for my shower gel, but I'm out of it, so I can't really show you. And then also, I do have a BHA that I use on my body, but I can't find it anywhere. But Paula's Choice does sell a BHA acid treatment for your entire body. And so it kind of like gently exfoliates the skin on your body, kind of like what it does on your face. I was using it for a while, and it definitely helped to kind of even out my skin tone on the rest of my body. And it reduced the appearance of stretch marks that are kind of more prominent because it's like a difference in my skin tone versus like the stretch mark. I do really like using that, and then also my normal moisturizer. So, whew, that is it for my skincare routine. Super simple. Just kidding. Just kidding. It's not super simple. My skincare routine has kind of accumulated as a result of me trying new products, me seeing things that I want to improve in my skin, and me just doing a lot of research on ingredients that work for me and ingredients that are safe to use on my skin. So I hope this video helps. Definitely not recommending that you go out and buy like every single product that I mentioned in this video, because you and I likely have different skin types, and so it's up to you to determine what your skincare needs are. I'm currently working on a video right now that's all about like how to build a basic skincare routine and how to go from there, and so if you want to see that video, please give this video a thumbs up so I can gauge your interest. But other than that, thank you for 4,000 subscribers. That's really exciting. I hit that today, and so totally over the moon to have gotten 1,000 subscribers in only a few months, so thank you for that. Like I mentioned in the video, all of these products will be in the info box for you to check out and shop. All the things from Sorel Care are 10% off with my discount code SEKAYA10. And then also my favorite shower gel is 35% off with the code Pure Care on Amazon. Sorel Care does all their stuff on Amazon, and so that's really cool because you get free 2-day Prime shipping. Ooh, I totally forgot. Last thing I wanted to mention, my favorite lip balm is the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Mask. So pricey, but so good, so worth it. For a long time, I was really into like the Kors lip butters, but this blows the Kors lip butters out of the water because this is just so thick and hydrating, and it's still on my lips in the morning when I wake up the following morning, which is amazing. It's awesome. It's also really good to wear under kind of like drying liquid lipsticks that you may have. Okay, so now we're officially done. Thank you so much for watching. I need to go take care of this bee now because I just feel really bad. It's just like trapped between my window screen and my glass window, and so I need to take it outside. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching and spending this time with me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. How does a bee even get into your apartment? What? Hello. I thought I would give you a little bee update. So the bee couldn't find the hole that I made in the screen of my window. Like, I cut a hole in my window screen so that he could fly out, but he couldn't find it, and then he got really tired, and then I felt really bad, so I opened the window, I took a cup and cardboard, and I took him outside, but then he didn't look too good. Like, he was just kind of laying there, and he looked a little dead, to be honest, and so I was like, this bee cannot die under my watch. And so I went back upstairs, and I made a little sugar water concoction, and I fed it to him, and he seemed okay after that. So, yep, that was my bee update.